A day after those storms rolled across the area, the aftermath, including the cleanup, continues. Here is the latest. FirstEnergy reports around 3,000 customers remain without power. The bulk of the outages are in Cuyahoga County and Lake County. And in some areas, the damage is so severe the power may not be back on for days. Also, while strong winds brought down power lines and trees, flash floods left flooded basements and debris all over roads. One of the hardest hit cities is Mentor. Aroma Henderson takes a look at the damage there through the eyes of two families dealing with it tonight.
When you hear the roar of the generator, although it's annoying, you realize you're lucky to have one.
For Eloise Campbell, the generator is a welcome sound, but the damage outside is not a welcome sight. From downed trees in the front to a tree taking out part of her fence in the back. But the scariest part for her was what she saw on her way home last night.
I saw a utility pole come down and another tree come down over an SUV, so by that time I was super scared.
And the issues didn't end there. Once getting safely home, she couldn't pull her car in because of downed trees, so neighbor Mike's driveway came in handy. But Mike and his family are dealing with issues of their own.
A tree fell on the back of the house, which I cut up already, and all kinds of limbs everywhere. Fences were all smashed back there, both houses. This tree here, limbs fell all over the place.
So he's been out in the yard working all day.
It's a mess right now.
And is now contemplating a generator purchase of his own.
No air, no. We have a freezer full of food we just stocked up too. And that's all bad. We're going to have to throw it out.
Their neighborhood, just one of many in Mentor that are continuing the post-storm cleanup process. As we drove around Mentor, we saw many power lines that are down and people without power like Mike and Eloise's families. Now, Mentor Beach Park and the trails at the Lagoons Nature Preserve are also closed until further notice, and that's following all of this storm damage, Russ.
Okay, Emma Henderson, thank you so much. Weather-wise, it was a nicer day today, and the word is more good stuff is on the way. Let's get the official word now from meteorologist Jason Michael, who joins us for a first look. Hi, Jason.
Hi there, Russ. Yes, we like the much brighter picture across Northeast Ohio, and we had that in full form today. As Mr. Sandman and also Miss Campbell was talking about there, this is what those storms look like as they raced through the region last night, putting down a lot of heavy winds, heavy rain, as also some hail. So some of the preliminary reports that we got in today really fell right in line with that thunderstorm system that we watch come all the way through Northeast Ohio. But thankfully, though, all across the Midwest, with the exception of the New England states, including the Boston Metro, getting some very heavy rain right now and a little bit of turbulence, we're dealing with some very dry weather, which is setting a great stage for us here as we head towards the weekend. Check out some of these wind gusts yesterday, though. It's always great to look in our rearview mirror as we're looking ahead. You can see there the Fairport Harbor came in over 80-mile-per-hour gusts. Most areas were at least above 50-mile-per-hour gusts yesterday. In addition to that, very, very potent hail. I actually went for a walk this evening and noticed some hail damage on a couple vehicles down there at Boynton Park. 1 inch up to 2 inches you can see there from North Olmsted all the way to the near shoreline at Westlake. But again, we are setting the stage for a very cool, very dry, very stable evening here. Most areas will be in the 50s waking up tomorrow morning, a couple 60s here. But as we go hour by hour tomorrow, it's just going to get better and better. Starting out in the 60s for some around 8, 9 a.m. and then we skyrocket into the upper 70s, touching on near 80 degrees tomorrow. And perhaps you can have a couple 81s, 80s, 2s. But again, very nice for this time of year and also right on par with the average. We'll talk about a lot of heat headed our way, Russ, that is coming up a little bit later in that full forecast.
All right, Jason, see you soon. Thank you very much. There is still no swimming at Edgewater Beach. That's the official word from the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. That's because of sewage and stormwater overflow because of last night's storms.